Good morning students. In the last video we have seen what is a verb, transitive, intransitive and incomplete verb. Today we are going to learn auxiliary verb, main verbs, modals, finite, non-finite verbs, chief parts of a verb, then strong and weak verbs. First, auxiliary verb and main verbs. Verbs are either auxiliary verbs or main verbs. There are 14 auxiliary verbs. Which are they? See here. Be, with, can, may, shall, ought to, must, have, would, could, might, should, used to, do. All these are auxiliary verbs. So the rest are main verbs. Auxiliary verbs are used with main verbs to form tenses or passive forms. In this, auxiliary verbs be, have and do are called primary auxiliary verbs. They are special because they can be used both as auxiliary verb and main verb. All auxiliary verbs with the exception of be, have, do are called modal auxiliaries or simply modals. Modals are used to express ideas like possibility, ability, permission, obligation, suggestion, etc. Modals have only one form. They are never used alone except in question tags. Now let us see finite verbs and non-finite verbs. See this: singing, praising, dancing, all ing form of the verb. That means yes, this is present participle. And this to sing, to praise, to dance, here there is no change in these forms, and this is called a two forms verb or infinite verbs. Okay. So this participle and infinite verbs both are called the non-finite. These both are called non-finite verbs, and all other forms are finite verbs. Now let us see chief parts of a verb. So chief parts of a verb are: in the present tense we are using first form of the verb, in past tense second form of the verb, in past participle third form of the verb. For example, chief parts of a verb go are: first in the present tense go, in the past tense went, past participle it is gone. They are called the chief parts because we can make all other forms parts of the verb with their help. Now let us see strong and weak verbs. See the example: laugh, receive, learn. These are present tense, and in past tense how it changed? Laughed, received, learned. So we can say that weak verbs form their past by adding ed, d or t. Got it? Weak verbs is changing into past by adding the last letters ed, d or t. Now see the second example. In present tense come, know, speak, and it changed into past tense. Come became came, know became knew, speak became spoke. Here we can see that this changed by changing the inside vowel. Came, come, came. O became a. Understood? Know, knew. Speak, spoke. So we can say that strong verbs form their past tense by changing the inside vowels of their present tense. Okay, now you understood how to find a verb is a strong verb or a weak verb. Weak verb is last you can see ed, d or t, but in strong verbs is changing the inside vowel. Observe how the past tense of these verbs is formed. Buy, catch, tell. Buy, bought, catch, caught, tell, told. See, the inside vowels changed. Buy, bought. Here, every verb, inside vowels changed. This is the quality of strong verb. But see here, at the last, T, T, D. These are the qualities of weak verbs. These are weak verbs. Got it? And yes, some other verbs have all the three forms alike. Example, hit, bet, spread, cut, put. Here we can say that is first form, second form, third form, hit only, hit, 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 bet, 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 spread, cut, cut, cut. Understood? Or every verb is all the forms are same only. These are also weak verbs. I hope all of you have understood this much. There are exercises in your textbook and I hope all of you will do the exercises in your grammar notebook. This is homework for you. In the next video, I'll come up with a new topic. Till then, bye.